All right, this is going to walk you through the soldier's life activity. As we're going through that, you're going to see that for this simulation, we're going to experience challenges faced by soldiers during the U.S. Civil War. Each player will roll a six-sided dice for 12 scenarios representing various situations where soldiers had experiences. Your goal is to keep your health and morale above a zero by the end of the simulation. Just like in real life, soldiers have little control over their circumstances, and this lack of control, another way to say that is agency, is reflected in the game mechanics. Everyone starts with 10 health and 10 morale. Another way to put down morale is kind of like happiness or like how you're feeling in the environment that you're in. In order to win, you have to have both the health and morale above zero for all 12 scenarios. If your morale or health drop below zero at any point, you lose. You're killed, captured, or you die. Your organizer looks just like this. So I'll open that up. Here's the directions that we just kind of went through. Here's the link for the presentation. For each scenario, record my dice roll, the outcome, and how it affected your health. So at the start, again, 10 health, 10 morale. If you ever reach or go below zero, that B should be lowercase. In either health or morale, I've lost. If you lose, shade the row gray. You do this by clicking that up on the toolbar and select the color. So I'm going to see that as I'm going through, this should walk me, where's my box? All right. I'll show you what that looks like when we're on this row section right down here. So we'll do an example together. Scenario 1 says camp life. If I roll a 1 or a 2, poor sanitation causes illness, so I lose 3 health. If I roll a 3 or a 4, my chores leave me feeling exhausted, I lose 1 morale. And if I roll a 5 or a 6, a brief rest boosts my morale. So I'm going to open up my dice roller, and I'm rolling a 1. So on my dock, I'm going to record down my dice roll was a 1. What does my 1 say? Poor sanitation causes illness. So I'll say, what was that? Poor sanitation causes illness. And what's my outcome there? Minus 3 health. Minus 3 health. And the way that I'm going to document this is I put down that I have a 7. How did I get my 7? It was 10 minus 3. My morale never changed, so I'm going to leave that one blank. Battle skirmish is my next one. So this is going to be about a battle. A 1 or a 2, I'm injured in the fighting. Minus 4 health. 3 or 4, I survive, but I'm shaken. It makes sense. If soldiers go through an event like a battle, they're probably shaken. And a 5 or a 6, I am a brave fighter and I'm inspired. So I'm going to go ahead back to my dice roller. I'm going to press 6, roll again. Oh, a 1. So I go down. What did I get? I got a 1. What does it look like? I'm injured in the fighting. Injured in the fighting. What was my consequence? Minus 4 health. Minus 4 health. What's my total? Doing 7 minus 4, so that would be 3. And how did I get to a 3? 7 minus 4. Remember that this is cumulative, which means the next one I'm starting at a 3. I'm not going all the way to a 10. I'm starting at a 3. Ration shortage. Food spoils, leaving you hungry. Minus 2 health, minus 1 morale. If I get a 3 or a 4, I share my meager rations. Meager means there's not much of it with my friends, my comrades. That'd be a plus 1 to morale. And if I get a 5 or a 6, a supply run will replenish my stock. And I'm going to get 2 health because I'm going to be eating better. My supply run is helping me out. I'm getting plus 2 health. Let's go ahead and roll my dice. And I'm hoping, what am I hoping? Well, I'm not hoping for a 1 or a 2, that's for sure. I'm going to count this first one. A 4. just a 4. So a 4 got me +1 morale. I share with comrades. What I get? Let's see. Share rations with comrades. What was my outcome? +1 morale. +1 morale. And that would be 11 because I started at 10. So 10 plus 1. Okay. Now, as we keep going through, if I was to instead roll that dice and, end up getting super punished and go below 0, what I would like you to do on your document, so if I ever go below 0, you're going to highlight all of the rows. Now, if you look on the top of my toolbar, right up over here, you're going to see that I've got a background color. Once I've highlighted my rows, I've got a background color. I'm going to make that gray. Gray shows that I was killed. I've gone below 0. So once I'm set, if I ever go below 0, if this would say -2, ever go or reach 0, turn the background gray. And then on the bottom, I'd be putting down at the end, after I roll all 12 scenarios, what was my ending health? If it's over 10, if it's 6, 7, you select what you've got. So if I have ending health and a 5, what's my ending morale? Maybe I ended my morale at a 7, which means that I lost. Did I survive? No, I went below 0. After completing the simulation above, reflect on the following questions to gain a deeper understanding of your experience. Everything can be answered in 2 to 3 complete sentences. Check your spelling and grammar. Did my soldiers survive? Yes or no? How did it feel to have little control? Remember that I had no agency during this dice game, so I would write down that. What were my challenges that I faced? How did the events of the simulation impact my health and morale? So maybe here I'd write down something about how I was continuing to roll lower numbers and that had a negative impact, or I would put down that the biggest things that impacted me were the lack of help from friends, if I got that during that game. And then what did I learn? How did my soldier's journey reflect the reality of the Civil War? Like what did the simulation bring me through that helps to gain my understanding? That's how to work on the U.S. Civil War soldier dice roll and activity.